Hey everyone. Alright, so thank you everyone that is on my Instagram and following my Instagram account that's come across to watch this video today. If you're on Facebook, thanks for watching the video, and you've come across it on YouTube, awesome, thanks for clicking to watch this video. And for this video today, we're going to talk about how to start a fitness bootcamp, if you can see that. Okay, and we're going to be going through the steps on getting it started, whether it's indoors or outdoors. Okay, this is for personal trainers that are new to the industry, or personal trainers that are in the industry that are doing one-on-ones or online coaching and looking at studying like fitness boot camps or group training. But before we get into it, I wanted to talk about the advantages, what I believe the advantages are of starting a fitness boot camp. And the first one is the ability to leverage yourself, leverage your time. It's great for lifestyle. You can have a huge impact and impact a lot more people in a least amount of time, whereas one-on-ones, if you're doing half an hour, 45 or hour sessions, you're only helping one person, where with boot camps, you do like, say, an hour boot camp, you can help 20-30 people, right? And if you do, say, 3 or 4 sessions a week, you can make a great and a huge impact in your local community. The second thing is, it's easier to sell boot camps or fitness boot camps or group training because it's not as high of a price as one-on-one training. So it's more affordable for people in your local community to afford and pay for. And the other thing is people love group training. People love having that cultural environment where they can bring their friends and their family, and they can all do it together and work together and have a great time whilst doing it. And when people do that, people seem to work a lot harder in a group when they're with their friends and family and have that support and encouragement, as opposed as one-on-ones. Okay, so that's another advantage as well as to start a fitness boot camp. Okay, and when you are starting a fitness boot camp, one thing I recommend is, in terms of price, don't try and compete with your local gyms, where some gyms are charging $10 a week. I've seen gyms do advertising for $5 a week for a membership, and they're real cheap. And the reason why they can charge so cheap is because they're not selling a result. Starting a fitness bootcamp as a personal trainer, you're selling a result, you're selling an outcome for the client. So clients kind of come to you and say, hey, Corey, I want to lose 10 kilos, I want to tone up, and I want to increase my fitness, I want to be able to run a K. So you're selling them that result. Okay, so you can charge a lot more as well. Where gym, they're only selling equipment. They're saying to you, hey guys, come use our equipment for $10 a week. You're renting the equipment off them. That's how it works. Okay, so that's why don't try and compare or compete with your local gym. Always remember, you're selling a result, you're selling an outcome for the client, so you can charge a lot more. Plus, you're going to help them with their nutrition and things like that, and you're going to have a more personal touch with them. So let's get into it. So what's the real difference between an indoor and an outdoor boot camp? Well, an indoor boot camp is, you want to look at a place where it's either a storefront, which is preferable, but some storefronts are quite expensive. I've seen some storefronts, depending on the size of the store, could be anywhere up to $10,000 a month, and that's a lot for rent. Or you can see some storefronts that may be $4,000, but they're a lot smaller. If you want to go straight into indoor model and you don't have that sort of money to start spending yet, because you're still building yourself up, look at an industrial warehouse. I've seen trainers pick up industrial warehouses for $1,500 a month, which is pretty cheap. Or even maximum I've seen is about 2.5, and that's about 120 square meters, which is huge, right? You can fit a lot of people in there, enough room for equipment, it has toilets and stuff like that. That's another thing too. For indoors, make sure you have a bathroom and a bathroom or a toilet as well, so people can use. That's very important. Okay, with outdoor boot camps, you want to have something where you can have lighting, like a sports field. I use sport fields, me personally, and what we do is we go to the sporting club, either a soccer club, a rugby league club, an AFL club, a little athletics club, and we say to them, hey guys, can we use a section of the field, and by doing that, we'll make a donation to the club. It could be like a $20 a week donation, it could be a $30, $40 or $50 a week donation, depending on how many times a week you're going to be using the fields. So that's a great way to do it as well, and a way to have lighting. But let's say you can't do that because there's some sports clubs that will say, no, you have to go through council. And if you do go through council, they're going to give you some shitty little field that's got no lighting, no toilets, got nothing, and it's just a piece of dirt, a piece of grass that might fit maybe 4 or 5 people, okay? And then they'll put restrictions where you can only train between certain times. So it's all important to try and find a spot where it's a nice field, green grass, there's nothing in the way like that anyone can get hurt, ditches or holes in the grass and stuff like that. And if a sports club isn't willing to cooperate with you in regards to using a part of the field, and you do find a grass, go invest into some battery operated floodlights. I have had to use them, and I've got them. They're only about $200, and they're well worth the investment. Okay, two floodlights will light up in half a field. It's a lot of lighting, and people can see it, and it will have that safety in that outdoor environment. If you have daylight savings, that's great, because when daylight savings comes around, well, it's still daylight, so you won't need them. But just for those winter times where daylight savings is not on, those floodlights are good if you can't partner up with a sporting club and use a bit of their field or part of the field. Okay, another thing as well with outdoors, let the sporting club know, we understand you have the right of way, we just want a section. Okay, we don't even want the field, even if we are off the fields and we have some nice grass. Okay, but that's a great way. If you don't have the money to start indoors, okay, start outdoors. Outdoors, it's very low cost startup, where indoors is very high cost startup. Outdoors, you can get started very low cost. Even if you partner up with a sporting club and it costs you $30 a week donation, who cares? It's great. At least you're helping them out and they're helping you out. Very low startup. And then what you do is, as you build your boot camps up and you build your community and your group, then you can use that money that you're making and that capital and that savings you have to then move into an indoor. And that's what a lot of trainers have done. And I've helped a lot of trainers, and I've seen a lot of trainers do that, because it's a lot easier to do that way. And then that time they've got an outdoor community set up, and that's running, and that's producing income for them, whilst they're building up their indoor. And then they have those two running, so they got an indoor and outdoor boot camp or fitness boot camp that they can offer. Okay, obviously with indoor you're going to charge a lot more as opposed to outdoor, but that's something that we'll talk about in a later video. So they're the real differences between setting up an indoor and outdoor boot camp. And then the next thing you're going to do is, and this is for both, whether you're doing indoor or outdoor, you're going to set yourself up a Facebook page. Okay, get on Facebook. That's where you're going to get all your clients from when you're starting out. Okay, go to Facebook. It's the easiest, most simplest, effective way to get yourself off the ground, up and running, to get clients. Okay, you can reach hundreds and hundreds of people in your local community just through Facebook. All right, forget about going hand out flyers, forget about door knocking. Set up your Facebook page, get that started. Once you've done that, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get people to like your page. Now, I'll come a bit closer. It's a bit reversed though. Get people to like your page, okay? Share it with friends and family, all on your personal page. Ask them to like your page. Get them to build up that presence. That's going to build your credibility, and it's going to organically grow your page, okay? The next thing is you want to post content 2 to 3 times per day. Okay, 2 to 3 times per day. That could be motivational posts, could be posts about exercising, different workouts, okay, different exercises. You could post things about eating healthy, and make sure it's related to your niche or your target market. So if your market is women weight loss, then you're going to post things that's going to help women lose weight and achieve their weight loss goals. All right, build that credibility, build that expertise, build that professionalism in your local community. So content is very important. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to create a paid Facebook ad. So you can boost posts that you've done. Another thing you can do is if you do like a 12-week challenge or something like that for the fitness bootcamp, you can set up an event for a 12-week challenge, and you can actually advertise that event, and people will then click interested or attending, and you can contact people that way in regards to building the business and getting them to register for your 12-week challenge. But you can do boost posts and that just to build your presence and get more people to like your page. Okay, next thing is you're going to build your email list, and this is another thing we're going to go into more detail with building your email list. But email list is very important for us as personal trainers. We want to try and get as many people's emails as we can, and as much details as we can, so we can continue to share content with them. We continue to add value to them and help them out and help them achieve their goals. Because eventually, if someone doesn't buy off you now, if you keep building that value, building that trust and adding value to them, eventually they will buy off you. Okay, it might not be a month time, it might not be 2 months time, but it might be maybe 12 months time. I have people on my email list that joined my email list 2 years ago, and then all of a sudden they've just finally made that decision that they need help and they want to make that change. They contact me. I'll bring them in for a consultation and get them started that way. Okay, and lastly, what you want to do is you want to create raving fans. So raving fans are people in your bootcamp or your clients that boast about you. They're like, man, this guy's awesome, Corey's amazing, he helps me out, it's so much fun, so much energy in the boot camp. We do all these different things. We do battle ropes, kettlebell swings. My fitness has increased dramatically. I've just completed my first 12-week challenge or 8-week challenge, and I've lost 10 kilos, I've lost 8 kilos. I've toned up. Look, I've got abs now. And they're going out and boasting about you, talking about you to all their friends and family. And they're just raving fans, right? They're your billboards. That's free marketing, right? When you have raving fans, and the more that you can create raving fans, the more people will then flock to you, right? They're going to speak to all their friends. There's a stat where the average person on Facebook has 250 friends, right? So if you create a raving fan and you get them to post their story on their Facebook, and then you share their story, you can reach them alone will reach about 250 people, and then if you share it, you can reach your audience too, so you're reaching at least another 250 people, right? So in just one post, by you sharing it and by them sharing it on their page and sharing their story and boasting about you and talking about the amazing result they have achieved and how much their fitness increased and how much stronger they are, that's going to reach so many more people, and people are going to start to ask questions and find out, well, who's this new guy, or who's this guy that's doing this and creating this massive impact and helping a lot of people. So raving fans is very important. It's a great way to build your business organically without having to pay for advertising, just by simply helping someone achieve their goals and giving them the best experience possible, and giving them the support and accountability to help them achieve their results. And they'll thank you forever, and they will boast about you, they'll talk about you, and they will become a raving fan, and they'll become your best marketing tool today, right? There's nothing better than having a raving fan that boasts about you, because that brings people to your business from their experience without you having to try and sell them anything. Just their experience and their result alone is going to sell other people. Okay, so they're the steps. All right, so remember, indoor. If you're going to go indoor, start with an industrial area, something small, something cheap. Unless you've got the money behind you, then go more of a storefront, because more people are going to see that. And if you're going to go outdoor, try and partner up with a sporting field, make donations to the club. If you can't, just find a nice bit of grass on some land, and get some floodlights as well. That's great. That works as well. Well worth the investment. Then what you're going to do is, once you've decided that and you decide your location, where you're going to start, get on Facebook. That's the simplest way to get your clients. Get on Facebook, start running ads, right? Share it with all your friends, create your Facebook page, share it with all your friends and family, get them to like your page, all right? Start building that credibility. Then start posting content 2-3 times a day. Whatever your audience is, whether it's women weight loss, you're targeting men to build muscle, whatever it is, start posting comment to help them and add value to them 2 to 3 times a day. All right, then create a Facebook paid ad and start boosting the content. If you're going to do like a 12-week challenge, then advertise the challenge, and then build your email list. And lastly, create raving fans. And I have to strongly say that with creating raving fans, it's very important that you do that. That's the most important thing I can say on that list. That's really going to explode your business. I've seen personal trainers just create 5 raving fans, and it's grown their business incredibly massive, just by doing that, just by helping 5 people and creating those raving fans. All right, so this is about starting a fitness bootcamp. Like I said, it's for new personal trainers, that are looking to start their fitness bootcamp that's never done it before, or maybe you've been a personal trainer and you've started that fitness bootcamp and it didn't work out. Do it again, because by all means it's great. You leverage your time, you have a great lifestyle, and you can help more people and have that impact. I love it. I still run boot camps every day. I love the culture that we have. I believe they're my extended family, because I see them all the time. We have heaps and heaps of fun. Okay, and that's starting the fitness boot camp. My name's Corey, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next videos.